Southeast Radio's Business Matters, sponsored by Bank of Ireland.
Offering mortgage information and expert advice at a time and place that suits you, even on a Saturday.
Welcome back to Southeast Radio's Business Matters with me, Carl Fitzpatrick. Before the break, Michael O'Connor from the Red Door Cafe explained why he believes that local cafes and restaurants can revive rural economies. My next guest this morning is Diane Bowman from Travel Counsellors. Diane, you were setting out on a new journey by launching your own Travel Counsellors business, but you have already vast experience of the travel sector.
I do, Carl. I started out at the tender age of 18. So doing my sums, that's my 25th year I'm in now at the moment. I started out in the corporate side of travel, so I would have been dealing with business clients, mainly A to B, point to point, and 4 or 5 star hotels, conferences, things like that. And then I moved over into the leisure industry, so dealing more with families, family holidays, honeymoons, cruises, international destinations, Australia, so I have a vast knowledge of travel and the world and experience too.
And after spending 25 years working as an employee within the sector, what made you decide to take the plunge and to set up your own business?
Yeah, okay, Carl. I've been thinking of doing my own business for about 3 or 4 years now. So, I was just waiting really for the economy to pick back up. I was doing my research and this year, Dublin Airport is actually up 20% on passenger flow this year. So I'd done a little bit of research then, and Travel Counsellors have a really strong position with honeymoons and cruises, and that's where I specialise. That's where my passion is. And I got in touch with Travel Counsellors then, and had an agreement in place, and I started up with them, and it's great.
So what is Travel Counsellors, and how does it differ from traditional travel agents?
Okay, well, Travel Counsellors is a concierge service, okay? So it provides the customer with a one-to-one professional service. So, for example, if you walk into an agency on the high street, you could end up dealing with 2 or 3 girls, whereas with me, it's just me. From the moment you pick up the phone till you land back in Ireland, you're only dealing with me.
And you as a travel counsellor, are you dealing directly with tour operators, or are you dealing directly with the airlines and everyone else?
That's another good point, Carl. Agents would have to, if you were to go into an agent on the high street and ask for a package to USA, South Africa, the Maldives, they would have to go through a tour operator who would package that up for them and they'd sell it on. Whereas with Travel Counsellors, we have direct contact with the hotels, direct contact with our men on the ground, and direct contact.
Now, where can a travel counsellor add value or benefit to prospective tourists?
Okay, well, from the experience side of things, we know the resorts, we know the hotels. I will have my own little gems that I'd sell as 3 stars, as 4 stars, as 5 stars, because over the years you build up your own little relationship with the hotels and with the resorts. So I think through experience, we cut out the mind-boggling internet choices, of all these different hotels. So we can offer them that professional service. We can offer them that experience. We can offer them, make sure that they have their bags when they need bags. Make sure they understand how much baggage they have, the weights, the restrictions. We all know how many restrictions are in place now with carry-on luggage and liquids. The little things like that. Visas for entering different countries. Obviously, the medical side of things, so if you need injections to visit a certain country, things like that maybe you might just overlook if you're booking online,
And I suppose us Irish, from a cultural perspective, we love to be referred to places. And the other thing I suppose about the Irish tourists is they don't really like sitting down and doing an awful lot of research into particular locations that they're looking to go to.
Exactly, we love to talk, and we do take advice from friends and from family, and I think that's another good point for travel counsellors. I like to get to know my clients personally, I like to talk to them and see what they're like. Some people like a peaceful holiday away from the hustle and bustle. Other people like to be in the thick of it, in walking distance to the nightclubs or to, the beach or what have you. So, through getting to know somebody personally, I can then make a better choice.
Now, if you've just tuned in, I'm speaking to Diane Bowman of Travel Counsellors. Diane, you're just starting out as part of the Travel Counsellors franchise, so provide us with an insight into how the franchise relationship works.
Travel Counsellors is an international company, and we have a great IT backup. We have a great support mechanism. The technology is amazing, and the support we have from our head office is second to none.
So talk to me about how travel counsellors have embraced technology themselves in an era where instant communications and convenience is so important to customers.
Yeah, well, there's a very exciting thing we've just launched, Travel Counsellors, and it's the TC app. So it's an app that can be downloaded to any Android or Apple iPhone. And when you've got your app, then you just click into it and you have your itinerary, you have your tickets, you have your boarding passes, you have, your baggage, all and information on where you're going. Plus you have direct contact to me, your travel counsellor. So you can click on it, you can instant message me, or you can FaceTime me. It's amazing. It's really technical now. And things like that, like the instant email that we have as well, instant messaging that we have within travel counsellors. So if obviously not every travel agent, I'm not saying I know everywhere in the world, I know every destination. So if I get an inquiry and I'm really not sure, I have a instant message service where I can instant message any other travel counsellor. Now we have them in Australia, Dubai, Africa, England. It's just instant messaging, and through their experience, they come back to me with an answer. With information on the area or their little gem of a hotel that they might have used before. So it's not only my experience.
So realistically, you have a global network with local knowledge across the world.
Yeah, exactly. We have it's like a big family I've joined. The support is just fantastic.
So one of the most important aspects of developing a business is how you're going to market it. So how will you promote travel counsellors and ultimately attract customers to your door?
Okay, Carl. Well, I've just launched my website. So I'll be doing a few launches in the local community just to explain to people, face to face exactly what Travel Counsellors is about and what I'm about. I'll be doing a few wedding fairs in the area as well. And hopefully, I suppose the most important thing is to actually get to know the customers and get to know them personally, and therefore, the majority of travel counsellors, their clients stay with them year after year. And, as their clients, friends and family grow, so does the travel counsellors' customer base,
Now, we often hear about people that go off and use Skyscanner as a way to book flights, and they end up entering that platform and then finding whoever's offering the cheapest flights that suit their particular itinerary. But the problems arise usually where they want to make a change to the flight, or they want to cancel it, or they want to change the dates, or they want to change the baggage, or they want to add another person to their booking, and they find it very difficult to get in touch with a lot of the companies that are linked to Skyscanner. Why is that the case?
Oh, Carl, well, you see, Skyscanner, it's a minefield, really, as far as I'm concerned. Through personal experience, I had a client come into me now, and she was so stressed. She'd made a booking on Skyscanner. Now, it was a simple Aer Lingus booking, A to B, but she just needed to change it. She couldn't get through to the number that was provided by the company who she'd booked with, because obviously you're not booking direct with Aer Lingus. Even though it's an Aer Lingus flight, you are not booking direct with them. You're booking through a company who has bought up the seats. So you have to contact that company. Aer Lingus won't deal with you. And then it's contacting that company that the problem arises, because I think we found it was actually in Germany this company was based. She just could not get through. It's not a happy ending. She ended up losing her money, But we've had other experiences where people just want to add bags, and they have to ring this number to add a bag. They can't get through to the number. Make sure you know the company and you know that you can contact them in the event of adding a bag or making a change or something as simple as that, because the airline won't deal directly with you. You haven't booked direct with the airline, and that's the big thing with Skyscanner,
So is the best thing to do in that case go to Skyscanner and do the research from there, identify who the airline is offering the cheapest flight, and go directly to their website to book it?
Well, I would, I know sometimes, obviously, you can get these great deals on Skyscanner because they've bought up the seats, so they might be cheaper than actually booking direct with the airline. But from a safety point of view, I would definitely only ever book direct with the airline. I wouldn't go through any, third-party company or anything like that. And
have you a similar thought in relation to booking accommodation through the likes of a Trivago?
Well, exactly. They go on the same kind of concept, as in they're grabbing in a lot of beds, or shall we say, we call them beds, a lot of beds from hotel suppliers, and these hotel suppliers then are going through and onto the Tarago site. So they search all these different suppliers, but again, the different suppliers will have different rules, they'll have different cancellation charges.
Diane, finally, looking at current holiday trends, what's popular out there right now?
Oh, well, the summer holidays, obviously, Spain. But I mean, cruising is becoming so popular. I love cruising. The ships are amazing. They're fantastic, The level of service on board and the entertainment, you get so much value for money. And a lot of people are actually recognising that now. I mean, a couple of years ago, somebody would have mentioned cruising and you just have an image of an elderly couple on a boat, with kind of cabaret singers and, the way. But nowadays it's different. I mean, cruising has come on so much. River cruising as well is a new way of seeing cities. You can go on your city breaks and you can be in the city itself, but river cruising, you're actually going up on the river beside the cities. You stop off at different cities along the way. Again, the boats are amazing. They're beautiful. The service is 5-star, But obviously we still have our family holidays in the likes of Lanzarote in Spain and everything, but they're very busy this year because of the closure of, Egypt and, the lack of travelling to Turkey and Morocco and Tunisia. So a lot of the Scandinavians and the Russians are flocking to Spain as well. So it's kind of bulging at the seams this year.
Well, that was Diane Bowman from Travel Counsellors, and we wish her every success as she launches her new business. We're heading up success as she launches her new business. We're heading up